3, 2, 1. And we got some bows and some sparkle and a really pretty woven updo that involves absolutely no knots. I'm really excited for this one today because it's some new techniques for me that I'm breaking out and sharing with you guys. And it's a really fun wrap. It's supposed to be holiday. The colors are a little spring, so I hope you'll forgive me. But let's stick with each other and get through a wrap that's a little bit more complicated than some of the other ones I've posted. And hopefully everyone will come out of it feeling super fantastic and super fabulous and really fancy. So without further ado, let's get wrapping. This technique is really similar if you've seen my side bow and veil video, is you're just going to tie your Israeli on with the ends equal, and you're going to bring that up to the front edge, and together, tie, and I'm going to do it all in one sweep, so I'm tying it, and I'm also, I am losing my ends in the hole. There we go. I am tying it and I am sticking this underneath. It doesn't have to look super neat because of course we're hiding this with other scarves. And I'm tying it, and I'm going to do the same thing I did in my bow and veil video, is I'm going to bring that knot sort of to the side here so that all the tails are on the same end. And this is just like not tucking the way I want it to tuck. It's like, no, we want to make this difficult for you in your video. All right, not a tickle tantrum, but I know you guys know how that feels. So once you've got this on the side, you're just going to create a little knot, or a little bow, and then we're just going to leave it. Much the same exactly as my side bow and veil. And like I said, you guys, I will link that below for you, but you're just going to leave it. We're not going to touch anything else. We're just going to let this stay down here, and we'll floof it up after. And then what you're going to do is take your next scarf, which in this case is a sparkly green scarf, which is gold, which is beautiful. And you're going to fold it to fit your head, and you're going to put it on with both ends equal. So nice and simple. Now you can put it on straight, you can put it on an angle. It's totally up to you. I always angle my scarves because I prefer that to, you know, non-angled, because I have a heart-shaped face and it works better for me. Then we're going to do that. So we're going to bring that underneath. So we've got this on both ends equal, more or less, with the bow still intact on an angle, and one more scarf. In this case, also a purple scarf with sparkles. And you're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to fold it to fit our head, which you can tell I wear these scarves a lot, so I sort of already know where that is. And we're going to put it on more or less equal length ends. Very exciting. It's kind of hard to put on equal length ends when I'm doing this because I've got a little mirror in front of me, so I can, because I'm useless at doing it in the camera because it's backwards, and I've tried and I muck it up every single time. All right, I'm going to bring that up on an angle as well, like so, and I'm just letting a little bit of the green peek out like I had in the picture, and I'm just going to crisscross again and bring this, make sure it is under the bow, because what we want to make sure happens is the bow stays visible throughout this whole process. Okay, so now we've got our ends relatively equal length, and we've got 4 ends. So now we're like, what are we going to do with them? Super simple. We're actually just going to tuck them away. Well, simply-esque. So the reason why you always want to make sure the bow is under or over it, so that when you grab the tails, you can really easily position them around the bow. I find if you don't make sure that happens before you get everything gathered and wrapped on, you have a bit of an issue with it. Now, because the bow's on this side, I'm going to weight the design of the wrap on the alternate side, but you don't have to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick our next color, which is green, and we're going to wrinkle and fold it up like so. But we're not going to, craziness, we're not actually going to tuck it. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the end of the other scarf up. Same thing. I like doing it with this particular scarf because then it doesn't matter if it's neat or not, you know, like it sort of works. And all we're gonna do, because like I said, look how wrinkly it is. If you did this with a scarf that sort of had a lot of fringe or went crazy, it would be difficult. It would be difficult. So pick something that's easy. All you're gonna do is you've got the green in front and the purple behind, and you're just going to do this. You're just going to cross them. One more time. The purple in front of the green, and whoop, there we go. We've got this like so. You can see the color switch happening here. Then all you're gonna do is find the end here of the green and tuck this in. It doesn't have to be neat because we're going to cover it up with a second scarf. And the same thing for this one. Just going to twist it in. And what I recommend doing actually is just tucking it underneath. Or if you want, you can totally find a little pocket for it or something. I have a big head, so I can't get it to come all the way here, but you might be able to. I just tuck it underneath. So you can see here we've got the point away from the bow. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but with the other color. We're going to take the purple, sort of wrinkle it. We don't really care too much how it looks. Bring it to the same spot, and then the same thing with the green. Going to fold it in, wrinkle it, don't care so much. And we're going to do the same thing, where we bring the green in front and we color switch. Like so. Color switching. Ta-da! Okay, so yeah, we've got it color switched. I'm being fussy right now because this is not doing what I want. There we go. Doing what I want. Okay, so green in front of purple, just like before, and we've got it color switched. We're just going to set this down here. And same thing, we're going to tuck this in. So obviously this wrap has a lot of volume, a lot of stuff going on. There we go. That's a good trick, you guys. If it's not working and it's like not doing what you want it to, stick it in your mouth. You can hold the tension. And the same thing, we're just going to bring this down. In this case, I can actually tuck it in because it's my head's not that big. It's big, but it's not that big. I can tuck it in. I can tuck it in the side. All right. Okay. And you can fiddle around, tuck up as you'd like. And that's so pretty. Sorry guys, haven't done this for a while. I forgot how much I liked it. So you can see the color switching happening. Looks really cool. The last thing you're gonna do is fluff out that bow. Fluff out that bow. Is that like should be like a Tichel theme tune. Fluff out that bow. There you go. And we've fluffed out that bow. So now what you're left with when you're done is a really interesting sort of what I like to call almost a woven updo, but not quite, but like the color switching knots. It almost looks like a turban, only it's not a turban. It's not a turban. And then you've got this beautiful side bow down here to act as your tails. You could totally do this wrap without the Israeli Tichel and without the bow. You could just do this with 2 scarves. Obviously this one's a little bit more complicated, a little bit more fancy, but I personally think it's crazy fun and I really love doing it. So I'll give you guys a swing so you can see with the bow. Super pretty. And you could totally do this with holiday colors. Anyway, this is definitely not an everyday wrap. This is a fancy wrap. But as you can see, simple execution in that it's got, you know, relatively simple things happening, but definitely not the most like simplest wraps. I'm trying to be a little bit better on my channel and not just be like, it's simple, it's so simple, it's so simple, because I know sometimes it's not for everyone. So a little bit more fancy, a little bit more complicated, but definitely a fun wrap. So if you enjoyed this video, please press like. If you want to see more like this, subscribe to my channel so you can always get a notification when I put another tutorial up. And thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a good holiday or fancy occasion or whatever you want to wrap this to.